Hey, it's Miss Kellie Michele. I'm back to you today with some creative ways that you can rent a property if you're doing rental arbitrage for your midterm rentals. All right, so we all know about the normal lease process. We know how to go about doing that, or you should at this point. There are plenty of videos out there about it, and I'm sure at some point in your life you have rented a property, so you know that process. So we're going to skip that, right? Let's go into the management process. So, the management process would be something very, very similar to how you would manage a short term rental. You would approach a homeowner, and the homeowner would have to already be interested in using their property as a midterm rental. So, you would basically let them know that you can manage the property for them. So with this, you don't have to spend any money out of your pocket. You don't have to pay rents, utilities, no furniture, no household supplies, none of that. You are strictly managing the property. You're listing it. You're getting someone in there that is a midterm renter. So maybe it's someone who's a student staying for a couple months, someone who's a business professional staying for a little while. So you're responsible for getting the property filled, managing that person while they're there, making sure everything is taken care of, collecting the payments, and then ensuring that the owner gets their money. Okay. So with the management concept, you receive a percentage. So you don't really, like I said, have any expenses. You receive a percentage of the profit. Normally, I'm going to give 20% could be the average. Now, this isn't anything set in stone, but I can tell you I've seen for managing a short-term rental, people have charged 30%. And I know for long-term rentals, management companies charge usually 10%. So I'm going to use 20% as the happy medium for a midterm rental. Okay. So 20% of the profits. So if the profits are going to be $1,000, now remember, this is after expenses are paid. So if the profit is $1,000, that means the homeowner would get 80% of that, and you would get the 20%, which would be $200. Okay. All right. So that is the management concept. It's not that much money per property, but you're not spending any money out of your pocket and you're only managing it. So you got to think about that. All right. Another concept is the profit sharing concept. So a profit sharing concept is when you and the homeowner works together, and you actually pretty much you're in business together. Okay. So what happens is the homeowner has the property. You want to use the property as a midterm rental. They're okay with that, but you can't really come to an agreement on maybe a rental price. Maybe it might be too high for you, or something like that. So in that case, you could pitch to the owner that you guys split everything 50-50, meaning the owner would be responsible for the mortgage and some of the utilities and maybe some furnishing that you would have to approve to make sure it looks okay. Then you would be responsible for paying something like other part of the utilities, the rest of the furnishing, and the household supplies. However, you guys want to break that down, just kind of split the expenses equally between the two of you all. And then you pretty much manage and run your midterm rental as normal. But when the money comes in, you have to pay all of the expenses out of the income. So the homeowner's expenses and your expenses, and whatever profit is left over, you split that 50-50. Okay. Now, 50-50 is just an example. The homeowner might want more. So if they want more, then they have to spend more or do more. So if they want 70% and of the profits, then they might have to pay all of the expenses, or excuse me, all of the utilities, instead of you paying some of the utilities. So they would have to pay the mortgage, all of the utilities, and then the only thing you would have to pay would be just some of the furnishing and household supplies. So however you work that out with the homeowner is up to you, but I'm just presenting you with the concept. Okay. So there are ways you can get creative with people to get into this business, especially if you don't have much money. You could just think outside the box and do some of these things that I just told you about and have your own midterm rental. Okay. I am hoping that helps you. Now, if you want to learn more about starting and running a midterm rental business, I do have a online self-study course. You can find the link below in the description and check out some other things down below in the description. I often put freebies out there, and I'll probably, I'm sure, link a freebie to what I talked about today as far as some creative ways of acquiring our property. So that'll be down there. Everything I talked about today will be in the description below as well. Okay. Make sure you like and subscribe. Follow me on social media. You can find me at Miss Kellie Michele on Instagram and Facebook. That information will be below as well. Talk to you guys later. Bye.